How you going, guys? We are just about to film an episode of Beers in the Shed. You've seen several of them before. We've been doing it for a long time, but today, things are just a little bit different. Check this out. How you going, folks? Give us a big yeah! This is going to shock you a little. If I had to sell all my cars tomorrow and just buy one four-wheel drive to do it all...
I've got a funny story about the first time I met Graham. First time.
I did not do that.
Oh, rock star.
Yeah.
I did not do that.
Yeah. You may not remember, but I do.
Oh, he's still butthurt by that.
Yeah, I would be too. Well, welcome to a Beers at the Show. First time ever, mate.
Very special, mate. We've never done this before.
We've got a live audience here. Guys, make some noise. Make some noise. Look at that. We're doing not just a live crowd. We've got a live crowd. This is going to be all-time.
So where are we, mate? Where are we right now?
We are at the Sydney 4x4 show.
Yep.
And we are about to do a Beers in the Shed. We're going to go through a hot topic today. We've got a cracker picked out for you guys. The best four-wheel drive ever made. So think about that one.
We're going to need your interactions with that one too. We've got heaps of surprises.
It won't be hard to think of which one, obviously. It's going to be a couple of clear winners in my mind.
I think you're going to be shocked. I've been giving this quite a bit of thought.
Yep.
I think you're going to be shocked.
Well, I hope so. Because I've got a couple of ideas and a couple of a bit of left field ones as well.
Same with me.
Okay.
Same with me.
That's good to hear. Good to hear. We've obviously got prizes to give away. We've got a set of Steady Type X Pros. These are the brand new ones. I've got in the Dirty 30 right now. So, folks, one of you is going to be walking away with a set of lights. Plus, we've got another set to give away to somebody
guys
online.
Yep, you guys at home. Mate, not only have we got those, we've got a set of Bridgestone tyres to give away as well to one of the other great questions.
Really? So a set of tyres to give away, plus
just for asking a question.
A set of Steady Pros, mate. All right, we're going to get some good questions, I reckon. So that's pretty cool.
What's in the bag?
We've got heaps of snatch gear as well to give away. So questions will be rewarded with prizes.
I like that. You like
and
dog a bone.
And the best question or audience response is going to get the set of Steadies.
So think of your questions, because we don't just want what's your favourite track or what's your favourite car. We want really, really thoughtful questions.
Ooh, that's...
Go deep.
You're putting it out there.
Get philosophical. Same with you guys at home, by the way.
We've got a couple of videos as well to go through.
Yes, I'm looking forward to this one here.
Which one's that? The Cape York Adventure.
We took it. You probably all know this, guys. We took a couple of old cars up the Cape this year, and I reckon I'm going to say it's the best Cape trip we've done. Mm-hmm. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was awesome.
And before we go any further, we've got Jocko. He's chatting to a young lady in the crowd. We're just bossing right now.
I swear it was fun. Yeah, down here in the audience. And any questions you guys have, I'm going to run out to you and give you the mic if you're not scared. So, think of some good questions and I'll come and annoy you.
We always ask if you could like and subscribe to our channel. It means a lot. We love doing this. And just that little like and subscribe makes all the difference.
It does. Big time.
So, big thank you for that one. Hot topic, mate. Let's get right into it and start finding out which is the best four-wheel drive of all time. Can I just do something just quickly before we start?
Yep.
I want to find out what we drive here. Put your hand up if you drive a Toyota. Okay, just about everyone who put their hand up.
No, it's not everyone.
Okay, it's a good half. Even the cameraman put his hand up right there. Nissan, if you drive a Nissan.
Yeah.
There's a couple. They're a bit quiet. They're a bit quiet, the Nissan crew.
Yeah, they don't need to show off, mate.
What about Fords? Any Ford drivers? Yeah, fair few.
Yeah, quite a few.
Mazda. Yeah, it's a Mazda. Yeah. Suzuki. Any legends in the crew? There we go.
They're always loud, aren't they?
I know. Suzuki drivers stick together, mate.
What about Isuzu drivers? Oh,
there we go. Lots of Isuzu drivers.
Yeah.
Land Rover.
I was going to say Landies. How'd you get here?
Brought the bus, probably. No, you can't say that. You can't say that. Well, I reckon we should set some parameters, Graham.
Well, you got to have parameters for everything in life.
Exactly. We're not just talking about the best four-wheel drive, yelling out 80 series, because obviously that'll get boring because everyone's going to probably yell that out at all times.
That was going to be on my list, to be honest, but we'll get to that later.
Okay.
We'll get to that later.
Well, how are we going to judge the best four-wheel drive ever made?
Benchmarks. We need benchmarks, mate.
Okay.
Capability.
Sure.
Not point in having a four-wheel drive I can't drive.
Exactly.
Got to be capable.
And what, are we talking about just straight off the shelf capabilities?
I believe so.
Fair enough.
So straight up.
What about reliability?
Well, that knocks out a whole heap.
It does. It does. If only I could have one reliable... Actually, I do. The farm truck is pretty reliable.
That is one of the most reliable vehicles we've got.
It is. Even when it was on its last legs, it went, you know what, I'll still drive home.
Yeah, still get there.
Doesn't bother me.
Still get there. You've got to, in this day and age, you've got to take price into consideration.
Yeah, exactly right.
You really do.
Can't all afford 80 series Land Cruisers.
This kid's had enough. He's out of here.
Yeah, he had a better offer.
Yeah,
fair enough.
It'd actually be a good time to go and look at the show now.
There's no one around.
They're all here. What about the classic factor? Just you look at it and you just like...
Straight old cool factor.
Yeah, agreed.
There's something we said about that.
Yep, agreed.
Let's go around. I want to hear, you've got one choice. You've got to put your hand up.
So we go for each one of these first. So should we go for capability? First?
Let's talk about the most capable four-wheel drive ever made. So stock standard, the most capable four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, this is where I come in. Oh, this is nice and easy. We've got a question just here.
Yeah, right next to you.
Nice and easy. Hey, mate, here's my microphone. Speak into it.
80 series.
80 series cruiser.
He was holding it like Eminem as
Capability
well.
straight off the shelf. 80 series.
80 series, all right.
I'll agree with that.
We've got another one over here. So bear with me while I walk through. Yeah, mate.
GQ Patrol.
And why is that? Why is that?
Best thing ever made. Best four drive ever made.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Especially your shorty, Graham.
Yeah, mate. Weapon. Yeah. Give that man a stubby holder.
Right. Well,
If you mention Nissan at all, you get a stubby holder.
Got enough stubby holders, Graham?
Nice. Who else?
Oh, let's go for a bit of a walk. We've got a couple of boys over here. Come with me,
Put
Dos.
hands up.
We'll get there. Yeah, boys.
Dos is going to do a lot of work today.
Suzuki Jimny. GQ Patrol for sure. all the way.
That's right.
GQ Patrol.
Jeez, it's a bit one-sided at the moment, mate.
Got a couple of
capability. I've got to almost agree. To be honest with you, those GQ Patrols. I mean, Daryl, we got a GQ Patrol amongst the fleet. You got a shorty.
Yep. They are pretty. I mean, Daryl's had a few modifications. We are talking off the shelf here.
Yeah,
so
but
I'm gonna throw it out there. I reckon a Jeep,
ooh,
straight up off the shelf, pretty darn capable.
Does anyone agree with Graham? Okay, there's a few, but that's rare.
Yeah, it's very rare. It's very rare.
That's rare.
I'll take a win where I can get it.
Fair enough.
That's my call anyway. Anyone else got an opinion?
Yeah, mate.
A GQ Patrol because it's got factory rear locker.
Oh, settle
look out.
down.
I didn't know that. There you go. I learned something.
They got a
mate.
very strong LSD.
Very strong
those
LSD,
things.
yeah.
I'm going to throw this. I don't know if you can do this.
Be careful.
I'll see if I can get.
Yeah.
Remember what happened last
You might have to
time?
relay that one across. There you go. Look at that.
Throw. That was a great throw.
Well done.
Good take. Look at that. Look at that. Anything could happen.
I just stood there and watched that.
Well,
else we
mate,
got?
it's pretty swayed. Unless anyone else got another opinion, I'm going to give it to the old
GQ.
Yeah.
GQ for capability. There's a lot of disappointed Toyota drivers in the audience. I'm one of them.
You're one of them, yeah.
But I sort of half agree with that.
Yep.
But let's talk about
Hang on.
reliability.
GQ
This is
Patrol.
well, I don't know about that. This is where we might get a few different answers.
Reliability. Straight.
Reliability, like just you drive it and it doesn't
works.
let you down.
And it works. Where we got in the audience? Hands up.
Dad reckons a DMAX.
Oh,
DMAX.
yeah.
DMAX.
Yeah, actually.
You'll be happy with that, Graham.
DMAX, but-
DMAX. Yeah.
So, talk about your DMAX, Graham, because I actually wasn't thinking when I was thinking of reliability. I actually wasn't thinking of Isuzu, but it's
That thing-
sort of an unsung hero. That
Totally is. That thing,
car.
I mean, I've done things to that we haven't shown on camera.
Oh, far out. I'm talking about the driving side of things, mate. Just we've got a live crew here.
We do. I've sunk it a couple of times. Went underwater in the Cape once so badly that it wouldn't start. I took the little chip out, the little computer chip out. I put it on a rock to dry it out, put it back in again, started up and drove it home. It's just one of those vehicles that if I can't kill it, I reckon it gets my tick.
For a modern vehicle,
For a modern vehicle,
I
it's
reckon-
crazy reliable. Yep. Who else we got? Jocko, behind
All
you,
right.
mate.
Oh, we've got lots of hands up. We've got a young fella over here. Yeah, mate.
A 100.
The 100 Land
series.
Cruiser 100
Yeah.
series. What do you
Yeah.
reckon that is?
The 1HD FTE.
Ah, you're speaking
it's a
Sean's language.
It's a young Sean Whale.
righto, mate. Just,
100%. Yeah,
I've got a hat to give away for excellent answers. Get hats. So,
he got one yesterday.
oh really? We can have another. Oh, hang on, that's not a great throw.
I wasn't even
Sorry
going to
about
try and catch
Watch
that.
your-
Sorry.
Hold on to your coffees, folks.
Who else? Reliability we're talking about here, folks. Reliability.
Yep. All right, we got a couple of boys here. Yep.
The LN106 Hilux.
Now we're talking.
LN106.
Yeah.
Jocko just stood up a bit taller then.
Yeah.
You know
Yes.
what, Jocko? Explain why they're so reliable. Because they are.
Because they're really underpowered, so everything's really under stressed. That's probably one thing.
And that's
Who else? Reliability. We've got a couple of answers, but a few mixed.
Reliability.
We need
Yep.
we need to.
I'm going to add one to the mix.
Go
if
for
that's
it.
okay.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to say, and yes, I'm being a little biased, but this comes down to our last trip in Cape York. The old four-wheel drives, period.
True.
That was super simple.
True.
We had LN106 over there before, but I'm going even a bit older. The old G60,
Yeah.
which is a Nissan, of course.
Nearly a 50-year-old truck.
The old farm truck.
Yep.
The old 47 series.
Just did it.
With the 2H.
Yep.
Maybe it's what Jocko was saying about being underpowered. There's not a lot of stress going on the drivetrain.
A lot of stress on the driver.
And they're
but
so simple. Those
True.
things ran underwater for a couple of weeks. They were old
Yep.
trucks that we didn't put a lot of maintenance into.
No.
They just did it all.
So we've got old cars. I'm going to go with the D-Max. Again, not biased, but just the fact that I've driven that thing so much, it just never lets you down.
Yep.
Who else? Who's going to challenge me?
Yeah, mate.
I reckon the 60 series
Bingo.
Here's one for you.
There you
Which
go.
model is 60 series?
HJ.
They are fantastic. I think it's going back to those old trucks.
True, so-
what about modern? Has anyone got any modern vehicles that have got high kilometres on them? that
Yeah,
you've had
really high.
No dramas.
Over 500.
Over 500 for a newish car.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Maybe someone out there, chase vehicle or something.
90 Series Prado.
90 Series Prado, very underrated. How many
agree with
Ks has
that.
yours got?
Mine had over 600,000.
There you go.
Without touching the engine.
No, never touched it.
Wowzers.
There you go.
600,000 Ks on a Prado.
Yeah, mate.
Got a 100 Series Land Cruiser.
Yep.
Sahara, 860,000 Ks.
Whoa.
Wow. What engine?
That would be a petrol, would it?
Diesel 4.2.
4.2, so 1HZ.
1 HD FTE.
Oh, I got an FTE in it.
100 series, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
That gives me a lot of confidence about my 1HD FTE.
Yeah, but you
Still
drive
like
it.
brand new, the motor. I haven't touched it.
I haven't touched it. It was
right.
800. Here's another story as well. My brother's got a 105, which he converted with the factory turbo FTE. He bought the second-hand engine with 800,000.
Yeah, that's right.
He slapped it in, towed his boat across to the Pilbara. He's working in the mines at the moment, and now it's got over 900,000. He's whacked a turbo on it. It's doing 30 psi with 900,000 on it. Loves it until it doesn't love it.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's going to be a day
yeah.
where it's not going to like it
There's a
anymore.
fine point there, I think.
That's-
So what are we going to give it to, mate?
Well,
Reliability.
I think there's a lot of just reliable four-wheel drives out there.
I'm going to take it back to old four-wheel drives.
Okay.
Old, simple four-wheel drives win the reliability.
Me too. Out of all the cars I own, and here's another little factor as well. The more stock they are, the seems
Oh,
the
yeah.
more reliable they are.
Leave them alone. Just leave them alone.
It sucks, doesn't it?
It does. But the more you fiddle with them,
Righto, how's this for a bargain? Now, if you're interested in prolonging the life of your diesel engine, you better listen up, because right now, Direction Plus have 10% off their combo or dual Provent catch can or filter kits. And if you do take advantage of that deal, which is a cracking deal, by the way, you're also going to get a free turbo revive kit. Now, that'll go into your intake and free up all those carbon deposits and soot that you got probably in there holding your diesel engine back. So when you get to the checkout at directionplus.com.au, make sure you use the promo code 4Drive247 to save big and protect your diesel engine.
all right. Here's the big one.
Best value for money.
Value for money.
Now,
Because
what's your opinion of best value for money?
best value for money? GU Patrol.
GU Patrol.
Yep.
They're
Or
not-
GQ, GG or GU.
They're
But
not
GQ's
cheap,
getting
though. Okay, go into petrol or diesel.
No, diesel. CD42.
Okay.
Got a young fella over here.
Mitsubishi Trident.
Triton, yeah.
There you go, one for the Trident.
Yeah, the
What-
Triton. And I want to throw another one to the mix there in the Mitsubishi family, the old Pajero.
Pajero.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Jocko, help me out on the numbers, mate. You're a bit of a stats man. But is it the NP Pajero?
Yes.
Was that like the first of the round shaped ones?
He's going red again.
Yep.
Yep, sure.
I think it was
sure.
NM and NP Pajeros were the round shaped ones.
Yeah, I thought they were
had
good value for money.
You bought one.
4M
I did buy
41
one.
engine in it.
No one knows that story. I bought the day I bought a Pajero.
Yeah.
But it's a true story, and it comes in a value for money. This is why this is important, because we had some friends that from overseas, and they said,
yep.
we want to go around Australia in a vehicle, but the catch is to buy and modify the vehicle, we've got $5,000.
Yep.
And I thought,
Yep.
holy heck. So I bought a Pajero for 2.5. We spent 2.5, we got an old second-hand rooftop tent, we put a fridge in it and a battery.
Yep.
They drove around Australia, never broke down once. And I thought, for $5,000,
No, that's actually
that's probably the best I've ever seen.
that might
Value
be
for
hard to beat. Can anyone beat that?
A stock standard GU Patrol.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Yeah,
They
I agree
are.
with that.
They are. Look,
But they are getting up there in price these days too, which is unfortunate.
Yep. Okay. We've got any other best value for money? Jocko, you got one
yep.
right there, I think.
Yeah, buddy.
79 Series Land Cruiser.
Value for money.
I
in
would
a
say that's
very-
the worst value for money.
They're just shy of $300,000. I reckon
Yeah, that'd
they
be fine.
represent-
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
The bulletproof 4JJ1 motor.
yeah.
Ah, yes.
Very
now
true.
we're talking. Yep.
Very
And
true.
then there's Zuzu DMAX, the
But again,
4JJ1.
they're still up there in price.
Are they?
Yeah, they're still up there.
What
in
if you
price.
buy a Colorado? Don't they
True,
share
true.
the same motor?
True.
Only
No
the
one wants
earlier
one of them.
ones.
No.
There one's a Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Colorado. Yeah, good. I like it. I like it.
KZ Hilux.
Yeah.
KZ
Now we're talking.
Hilux. Value for
Yep.
money.
Yeah, I think so. You can get a young. I mean, I bought mine as a P plater. Sorry, I just cut you off there. But yeah, I bought mine as a P plater for I think 15 grand around there.
I
That's not that cheap. But
yeah, it's not that cheap, but you've had it for a long time. And
yeah, I've had it for 10 years now. So
Yeah. What about, Jocko, I want to throw to you for a second, mate. Do you have something to share with the audience? Did you just buy a new car? I heard
Oh,
the
yeah,
other day?
I
Should,
bought-
should we let the cat out of the bag on that
Yes,
one?
yeah, I reckon we should. I bought a new car. Can anyone guess what it might be? I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with Schmilux. Yes, I did. I bought a N70 Hilux on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Yeah.
What's the plan for it?
No, I wanted to build something that's... I mean, I filmed a thing on this not too long ago, but I wanted to build something that a lot of people have, a dual cab that people use for work during the week, and then on weekends take it away. So I don't want to go too hard. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
But also want to... Common rail diesels obviously have a lot of stuff going on with them, so I want to start looking at injectors and all that sort of stuff and try and get some info out there for people who might need maintenance done on their vehicles.
I find it quite ironic that Jocko's going to build up a work vehicle when he hasn't worked a day in his life.
Working harder than you, mate. You're looking very comfy up there in your boots. Are they your ones that finish at your knees?
Sorry?
Are they your boots that finish at your knees?
Are you going to do any power upgrades in this Hilux?
I think so, yeah. I've never in my life had a car with power, ever.
Yeah.
And I drove one with 700 horsepower the other week and got a speeding fine, so...
It's true, he did.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but there you go.
Righto, well, that's back to price. Where are we at?
Yeah, I reckon it's in this day and age, it's super hard to get value for money. That's why I think everyone's a bit quiet, because the old COVID tax has not helped prices of four-wheel drives lately. But if you can still find bargains out there. I think you sometimes need to look further afield for a good quality vehicle. Something that doesn't have the big name to it, like a Land Cruiser or a Patrol. Or, yeah.
I think you've sort of nailed it with the Pajero, and we've talked about the Pajero a number of times. If you can pick up an old Paj and do it up, like you say, $5,000 and go around Australia, you can't do that unless you're on a bicycle.
You probably couldn't do that in today's day and age, but let's call it under 10.
Yeah, under 10, yeah.
Definitely be able to get out a nice Paj for
Did you sell that when it came back around?
They did, yeah. They sold it and they got their money back and walked away with a free car for a year. How's that? It never happens.
I'm going to say it, Pajero.
Okay, fair cool. I agree. What about the next one, mate? The most important part.
It is. Doesn't matter if it's expensive, breaks down. If it's got this, it's awesome.
Cool factor.
Yeah, the classic factor.
The coolest four-wheel drive you can buy.
N70 Hilux. Yes, now we're talking.
Oh, you're just sucking up.
70 Hilux.
You're just sucking up the
Double
job.
your mates. What's the go there, mate?
Yeah. How much is Mum paying you, by the way?
Look at everyone's hands here.
Yeah,
So
cool
this is
factor. Cool factor
gets him in.
Oh, you're there,
We've
Jocko.
got another one over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Get in deep, Jocko.
76 series.
76 series. Well, our cameraman's nodding his head. He's got one of those. They're good. They are cool.
Yeah, I don't like
They
them.
are cool.
I don't think they're cool.
Oh, there you go.
No,
Controversy.
no, I'm talking real cool. Like you see one and you want to stop and go and take a photo of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Super cool.
We've got one right here. Yeah, mate.
The old Suzuki Jimneys.
Jimny is cool.
That's a cool car.
Who agrees with that? Suzuki Jimny.
Cool car.
It's cool.
BJ70 Shorty.
Yeah.
Short wheelbase.
BJ70. The little BJ shorties. They're cool.
That's a cool. That's
They're
a cool
cool.
truck.
Yeah, mate.
G60.
A G60.
Yeah, even cooler if I'm in it.
There's lots of hands up. Yeah, mate. You go.
Sierra.
Suzuki
Yeah.
Sierra. I agree.
GU.
Got lots of different cars here.
A GU.
GU.
Okay.
Yeah, GU's
Yeah.
getting a couple of cool points.
Yeah, a couple of cool credits.
All right, got some down the front here. Let's see if I can squeeze in. Yeah, mate. GQ.
GQ.
Yeah,
Lots of
they are
missing
cool.
fans.
Well,
Jocko,
in the
yeah.
back there.
Yep, I'll get this
Oh,
one
you
here.
got-
Sorry, buddy.
Don't stand on him. Don't stand on him.
What about the Land Rover Defender, the original one?
Yeah.
Series 1.
I agree.
You said cool, mate.
I agree. There's something
Very
cool
cool.
about an old Landy.
Yeah, there is.
And
There is.
Even more cool marks if you got a series Landy, like a 2A or something like that. I reckon that's pretty cool.
Yep.
60 series because it's on every Netflix show at the moment.
Sorry, it's just me clapping. But
Settle down, mate.
they are super cool.
Shorty Defender.
Shorty Defender.
Yeah, like a
they're
90.
cool.
Is it
Little
90
tractors?
series?
Yep.
90? Yeah, that one. Yep.
They're super cool.
I don't think we can name this one.
It's gonna be tough.
There's a lot
It's
of
gonna
them.
be tough.
RN46 Hilux.
Cool. No doubt about that.
You aren't
Very
though.
cool. Fair enough. Yep, got a young fella here. Yeah, mate.
GU Shorty.
GU
Speaking Graham's
Shorty.
language.
Yeah, very rare. Not so rare overseas, but here, very rare.
Would you have one of those? You
I'd
like
love
your
one.
shorties?
I'd love one.
Yeah,
I've always
they're-
loved shorties.
Look, they are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think because they're different. Yeah.
Yep.
Got another one here.
Single cab 79 series.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
They're cool. Especially when they've got that farm truck sort of appeal. They've still got a bale of hay in the back.
A nicely done up 45 series.
45 Series Cruiser, they are cool. They are super
Yeah,
cool.
you stop and look at those, don't you?
You do.
You do.
You get your photo with them, you just go.
Yeah, like that.
It's like, you know when someone parks like a real like expensive sports car on the street
And everyone's taking photos.
taking photos of it. The 40 Series is like that.
Yep,
It is.
true. Very true. What do you reckon?
I'm going to say 60 Series is the coolest looking four-wheel drive of all time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Who agrees with him?
Yeah,
Not many,
Yeah, there's a
actually.
couple, but you know what? It's all. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, mate.
So we're down the pointy end.
Yep.
best four-wheel drive of all time. What I might do is just cause a bit of a ruckus here and just get the crowd to shout out what they think.
I reckon we've got like 3 or 4
Benchmarks,
winners.
yeah.
We'll
Yep.
say them, and the loudest noise for these vehicles, we'll take it away. Simple.
And then you and I will say our opinion.
Yep.
And we'll get the
make it
crowd
real
to agree.
simple.
Yep.
Make it real simple.
Right.
So we'll start with the Suzuki Sierra. Cool, like best four-wheel drive ever, Suzuki Sierra. You've got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. I guess that one's off.
Okay, the next one. What about Pajero?
Go Pajero.
Not so cool.
Gee whiz.
DMAX.
Hey.
We're getting warmer. We're getting warmer.
Yep.
What about 80 Series Land Cruiser? Wowzers.
Okay.
It's going to be hard to beat that one.
Yep.
What about GQ Patrol? Oh.
Neck and neck.
Oh, I don't know.
Neck and neck.
Oh, I don't know. That
I think that might have been a bit louder. I think it was.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, I reckon we throw it to you guys watching at home. Put down in the comments what you think the best four-wheel drive ever made is.
It's a big call.
For me, I reckon the 80 Series. I'm
going to go 80?
I have to say it.
I'm going to shock you a bit here. I'm going to go GQ. I think that was the best four-wheel drive ever made, the
Yep.
GQ. But this is going to shock you a little. If I had to sell all my cars tomorrow and just buy one four-wheel drive to do it all, everything, I don't mean just wheeling, I mean everything, this is going to shock you a little bit.
200 Series Cruiser.
Close. I'd buy a 79.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yep, I'd buy a 79. It's going to be there forever.
Yeah.
It can do just about everything.
You get your money back. You just need to sell your house to get it in the first
I'd need to
place.
sell everything. I need to sell myself.
You're not going to get much for that, mate. Let's be
Get
honest.
much. So I'm going to go GQ.
Okay.
GQ, you're
Very
going
cool.
80.
Yep. 80 Series Land Cruiser.
Folks at home, what do you reckon? GQ or 80? All right, guys, one last time. 80 series? Okay, you know what to do next, don't you? GQ Patrol.
That's neck and neck, man. That's neck
That's
and
not
neck.
neck and neck. That's
Oh,
head.
I don't know about that.
That head's way higher.
Well, now's the fun bit, I reckon.
Yes.
Now things can get a little bit wild because we're gonna.
Oh, it's already getting.
It's getting a little bit wild. There's hands in the air. It can mean one thing. We want to hear your questions.
Hey on, folks. Hope you're enjoying this episode. I just wanted to remind you now is your last chance to save up to 15% on selected Snatch items and save big on Snatch recovery bundles. Only one spot you can get it, alldrive247.com.
Anything you want to hear?
I don't think there's going to be any
Anything.
questions.
Just go deep and dark and personal. It does not worry us. We'll answer anything.
Don't go that deep and
If you
dark.
want to find out behind the scenes, whatever you want to find out, there's
Question time.
And the best will get a set of
Oh,
steadies.
we can do it right
as
at the
well.
end.
Yeah, I'll announce it right at the end who's got the best question.
Best question.
So-
Think hard.
All right, first question up.
Shauno, when's the cookbook, please?
When's the cookbook?
Who wants to see a Sean Whale cookbook?
Have you tried his cooking?
Are they serving beers around here or something?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Far out. Look, I think I should do a cookbook.
I think you should.
You know the hardest thing would be, mate, is remembering all of the recipes.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of times where we've gone a little abstract, you might have seen on some of the cooking shows.
I think it'd be very easy to remember the recipes because all you need to do is call your mum.
Oh.
Did you guys know that? He gets every one of his recipes. Well, how? The whole world knows it.
Yeah, well, that's right. Thanks, mate. Yeah.
He gets his recipes from his mum.
And the fact I'm a qualified chef, and I just have it.
Not a qualified chef.
But you know what? I've had a few people ask me, "You actually a chef?"
Yeah, it's strange.
And fair enough, because some of those recipes are red hot.
I've had a lot of people ask me if I'm a mechanic.
No, they haven't. No one's ever asked you that question. Got a question all the way out the back.
Yeah, go
here.
for it, mate.
Get-
My question is for Graham.
Oh.
So in on YouTube, in the four-wheel drive world, medium-sized dual cabs are sort of underrepresented.
Yep.
What is it about the DMAX that you really like? And off camera, does it really keep up with the big boys? Like,
It's time to be honest here, mate.
It is. I love the new vehicles, the new version of the DMAX. It's just so comfortable. Capability-wise, it doesn't always keep up with the big vehicles, no, but it goes everywhere the big vehicles go. So at camp at night, I still make it there. I have to winch occasionally, a bit more than the big vehicles. I'm way more comfortable than the big vehicles. I don't use anywhere near the fuel. So yeah, I rate them, big time.
Yeah. Put it like that, it makes sense, doesn't it? Big voice.
The question was, what's your favourite chef up, Sean?
What's that? Go again?
Chef up. Cook.
Or who's my favourite
What's your
chef?
favourite meal?
My favourite meal to cook in a camp situation, it's more than just a recipe, it's an experience.
I know what you're going to say.
No, it starts off, I like to call it the 6-course meal. It starts off with 5 beers. And then, no, I mean this in a way, because then the chat is going strong around the campfire, and then you make a nice, easy meal that tastes good that you can do in one pot. And I reckon if you can achieve all that around the camp, you're doing well.
I'm a big fan of your curried sausages.
Yeah, they're fun to make as well. So.
Folks at home, you can win one as well.
Exactly, you got a question? Put it down below. Exactly right. Maybe you've got a comment on the best four-wheel drive ever, the coolest four-wheel drive ever, and obviously you get extra points if you say 80 series, so...
You spell it GQ. You can put patrol, but everyone knows what it is.
Sure, this one's for you. What would you take off the...
I wonder where that was going for a second.
I know, it's young.
What would you take off the 30, like first mod? What would you take off? And then I've got one for Graham. Can you handle the heat of his cooking yet?
They're good questions. The first mod you take off, so the one that probably overrated. Yeah, okay. That's a really good question. Oh,
come on, use your words.
No, I was going to say I'd nearly take the auto out of it. Ooh. Which is a big one because I love the auto off-road, but the other day I did a starter motor and that would never freak me out because you just get your mate to push it or you'd clutch start it. And it's a lot more bush-proof in that sense. And I had to change the starter motor in a puddle the other day and that got me thinking.
Yeah, true. What was the second half of the question?
Can you handle chili?
Oh.
No, go through the full experience. Just start at camp and end up in the morning.
That's what I was going to say. At the time, I actually thoroughly enjoy it. But about 5 a.m, in a swag, in the rain, nah, don't enjoy it. Not at all.
It's a little bit wild.
It does.
All right, we've got a few more here. Yeah, mate.
Shauno, this one's for you. If you had to sell all of your Toyotas and buy any other vehicle, what would you buy?
So I have to sell them all and I can buy one other vehicle. Yeah, sure thing. Okay.
That's not a Toyota.
Not a Toyota.
This might shock you too. A single cab GU Ute. Yeah,
solid.
They're a cool rig. I've always wanted to build one. That's my dirty little secret.
He shot a few more than that, let me tell you.
Got lots of hands going up. Oh, we've got one right here. Yeah, mate.
Pick one car to take home from the show today.
Oh, that's a good
pony.
one.
No, it would not be the pony.
Nah, what about the Dirty 30, mate?
I think I would.
Would you?
Yeah, I think I would.
It's a cool rig. It's a cool rig. I saw a really nice 40 series.
Yeah.
I think it's right near the snatch stand. That's the one I'd probably take home. I haven't had a good look at it yet. I will a bit later.
What about you, Jocko?
What do you mean? What car would I take home?
Yeah,
the car I drove
question.
here, the pony. It's out the back if anyone wants to see it. It's hiding behind an excavator.
Loves these Hiluxes.
He really does. Could have anything, and he goes for a dirty old Hilux.
If you had to choose one out of these two, which would you choose? Unlimited fuel forever? Or you get to travel to space as many times as you want?
Okay, for me, easy, unlimited fuel. Because that goes into the boat, into the four-wheel drive and all the things I love. Even the lawnmower, I've got a lot running that thing too. But unlimited fuel, that's me, I would say.
Nah, I'm going to space, man.
Really? You spend enough time in space.
But
That reminds me of a joke. What do you do if you see a spaceman? You park in it, man.
Heavy.
I'm going to go, that's a great question. I'm going to go, why wouldn't you want to go to space?
Well, how do you full drive up there?
Can I offer my opinion?
Yes.
If you've got unlimited fuel, sell the fuel for people and then use that money to buy a spaceship and then fuel it up with your unlimited fuel.
Right, Elon Musk. Getting all smart on us.
Anyone else?
All right, let's go over here.
Go for it, Jocko.
Let's go for a walk. Okay, first up, we've got a young fella here. Yeah, mate.
This question's for Shauno. What's your hardest challenge in the Dirty 30?
Hardest challenge, mate. Hardest challenge.
Starting it.
No, and second to that, the hardest challenge is probably making it capable, being able to take all the gear, and also really reliable. All those three things is really hard to achieve.
I'm going to add a third, fitting a fishing rods in there.
That's hard.
It's always a mission.
That was a bit of a mission.
It's always a mission.
Do you cook for your mum like you cook for the boys on the road?
The answer is no.
Graham, this is for you.
Yeah, mate.
Should I get a G60 for my first car?
Be honest about this.
No. No. I really recommend you don't. Like, just do anything else in life but that. Well, not anything else. There's a lot of things you shouldn't be doing in life, but not a G60. Get a Y62.
For his first car.
First car. And chop it and stretch it.
And supercharge
it. Yeah. So sick.
How did you guys actually meet?
Oh, take it away, Graham.
He swiped in the right direction. No, we used to work together at a company called Express Media Group. That's the boring side of it, but we first kind of fell in love when we went to Tough Truck together.
That's a true story.
Yep, we went to Tough Truck together and I saw him across the crowd and...
We locked eyes.
We locked eyes and the rest is history.
She had a couple of beers around a campfire that night, if I'm not mistaken.
Stop it there.
I've got a funny story about the first time I met Graham. First time.
Go on.
And Graham came back from a trip and he had his fridge in the back of Shorty and he'd left it off
sorry,
for a long
sorry.
time, and in it had milk, a beer and some mushrooms. And he drove Shorty into the shed and went, "Hey man, can you clean that out for me?"
I did not
You
do
did.
that.
Oh,
You did.
rock star.
Yeah. Didn't
I've
even
got to go back to the orchard. Hang on.
I did not do
You did.
that.
Yeah. Oh, you may not remember, but I do.
Oh, he's still butthurt by that.
Yeah, I would be too.
So yeah, that's how I met Graham.
Well, you didn't technically meet me. I took off afterwards.
It's all been downhill from there.
I don't think that's
All right, another question. Another question. That was a good one. Been some good questions.
Would you use biofuel in the Dirty 30?
Ooh, biofuel in the Dirty 30? No. No, I wouldn't use biofuel, mainly because with the FTA I probably wouldn't, but maybe in the old farm truck I'd give it a crack. That thing would run on anything.
I actually was considering converting Shorty to run on old fish and chip oil.
Really?
Yeah.
Couldn't be any worse, I suppose.
All right, mate.
No, it'd be all right. That'd be cool.
I think it would.
First up, we got one here. Yeah, mate.
Question for both of you. What is the single most important mod to put on a four-wheel drive?
Single most important mod.
That's a great one. Okay. I'm going to get all philosophical for a
Go for it,
second,
mate.
but I reckon, you're not going to like this answer, but I reckon the best mod you can make sometimes is a full tank of fuel.
100%.
And get out and use it. I really do mean that.
Yep.
Get out and use your four-wheel drive. So many people are so obsessed with modding their vehicle that they just stay in car parks and don't get used properly. Second mod, I reckon, is get your 12 volt sorted so you can run a fridge and all the comfortable things at camp, like some camp lights and stuff like that.
Yep. I'm going to say a bit the same as yourself. I'm going to think about money. If you're struggling to mod your car and then you can't afford to go away in it, what's the point in having it? Don't spend so much money on modding your car. Spend more money on going away. That's what I'm going to say.
I agree.
Yeah. A lot of people just can't afford to go away, but they can afford to buy a new set of tyres. That's backwards. I reckon.
Yeah, cool. Go
for it,
All right,
Jocko.
let's keep going back. Yeah, mate.
Why 62 versus 200 series?
Oh, come on. There's no verses in the middle.
Question.
It's just not a competition.
Let's hear from you guys. Why 62? Oh, that was lukewarm.
There's not a lot of...
And 200 series.
Sydney.
The
I've always said there's something wrong with the place.
people have spoken, mate. These guys know what they're on about.
They can't handle
They've got
power, that's for sure.
They can't handle the fuel bill, probably, mate. That's
she's a bit,
pretty wild.
It's up there. It's up there.
In your opinion, who's the most capable driver in the crew?
Most capable driver in the crew.
I spend too much time in the orchard. It's not me.
Well, I'm gonna say Jocko.
It's definitely Jocko.
yeah.
Jocko.
Thanks, boys.
He
Validate me.
loves driving hard tracks. He froths on it. He's a nerd when it comes to rocks.
The thing is, that's all he's got in life.
Well, I know. You got to be good at
You've
something.
got to be good at
don't
something.
Fair enough. Thanks, Dad. All right, let's keep going.
Most overrated 4x4 gear or camping gear in general?
you? That's a good one.
Yeah, really good one.
The most overrated, I'm going to say a coil conversion on a 79
Definitely.
series Land Cruiser.
Definitely, that's what I was going to say as well.
They don't make them drive any nicer,
No, you spend a heck of a lot of money.
and they're very expensive.
Yeah, yep. I'm going to say the same.
I'm going to say a pie oven.
I've got.
Oh, that's-
I haven't told you yet, but I put a pie oven in the 30.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I'm gonna hold you to that when we're in the snow
You
next
can't
week.
have any pies.
No pies for you, Jocko. See how much you don't like that mod, eh?
I didn't say they weren't cool. I just think they're overrated. People froth
Well,
on them.
see
Well,
how-
it's about to be rated pretty heavily, I reckon, by one
Yeah, I
person.
think
Well, in case you're wondering, folks, we leave the show on the Sunday night or Monday. We're going to go straight to the snow and start full drive around the high country and around Victoria.
What is your favourite track to do?
Favourite track?
I can do that easily.
I reckon Monkey Gum down at Yowell.
That's a fun track.
That's super fun.
That's a super fun
You
track.
always have fun. It's not super hard, but you're lifting wheels and
Yeah.
carrying on. It's really
Yeah, that's a super fun track. I'm going to say the Umbulgari track.
big track.
Yeah, it's a big track. 2 weeks of low range. I love it. Middle of nowhere. It's awesome.
I want to know from all three of you, what track and where did you most yourself?
The scariest track in Australia, he asked, folks.
Yeah, that's another way of saying it. Yeah. That's another way of saying it.
Jocko, you go first.
Toughie.
Jocko doesn't really get scared.
Yeah. I get scared on a lot of them, mate.
Yeah.
When it involves height, so anything really steep and committing, especially in the high country where you just,
Yeah.
if you get it wrong, you're going to be to the bottom. Watman's Lane for some reason really.
Yeah,
it took the wind out of me. That one.
I reckon Orton's.
Orton's
Just
in
a
my
big,
country. That's
open,
scary.
scary track.
That's scary.
With the threat of everything turning to electric, what do you guys want to do when it inevitably goes that way? Convert something or get something new that's already electric?
Ooh, that's a good question too.
Good question.
I'd probably convert an old truck, like the farm truck, with like a 1,000 horsepower electric motor. That's weird, but it'd be cool.
It is.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to get something that's already come out because it's just such new tech.
Yeah.
Trying to retrofit something like that would just be a nightmare, I reckon.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to spill your latte off-road, would you, mate? You just gotta cruise down your
What have I done to deserve all this today?
having a go.
All right, let's keep walking. We've got a young fella here, yeah, mate?
What's the best trip you've ever been on?
Ooh.
Any that Graham aren't on.
I reckon, mate, that actually leads us into a video.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
The one we just showed you a little snippet of before, our Cape York adventure. Now, have a look at this one.
Oh, the old girl's taking on water.
Water coming in hard.
Holy heck!
Wow. Off we go! I don't think there was water here last time we came through. Toyota versus Nissan.
And we've got like 80 odd years worth of four-wheel drive history right here. 50 years old. How old's yours?
37, 38 years old. We should just decide right now.
Go! Go! Looks like it's been wet through here. I've never seen mud on this part of the track before.
Yeah, this is pretty wild, mate. This might be the wettest I think I've ever seen Cape York.
Whoa!
I think we're going to have a bit of a show this time around. I've got no brakes.
Whoa!
Very cool, very cool. Got another question, Jocko?
Where's Jocko?
I'm here. All right, we've got one here. When are we seeing Shorty?
Who would like to see Shorty? A lot of people would.
A lot of people would. I've got to do a couple of Oz solos this year, and I won't have the Y62 for it.
Ooh.
I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag on that one just yet. And the GU's boring, so I reckon I might take Shorty.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Take Shorty.
I'd like to see that.
I'd even watch that, Graham. That'd be cool.
So would I.
Oh, you give me all warm fuzzies.
Yeah.
All right, let's make our way into the back of the crowd. Yeah, mate.
What's been your best bush mechanic fix?
That's a cool question.
That's a good question.
Best bush mechanic fix. There's been so many. I think the time, Jocko, you mentioned it yesterday, mate, but the time we got Ranger Raptor out of the bush when it did a steering arm, we used a bunch of ratchet straps, and that was in the $1,000 track, and it was really hard with so many turns, and we managed to get it out, which is pretty cool.
That was crazy.
That was a tough one. I think. How many straps do you reckon we broke?
Oh, about 6 or 7, easy.
Yep.
We're
We're
on
one
our
at the
last straps. Ratchet straps are my new favourite thing to take off-road. There's a time the alternator tensioner broke, snapped on Sooty.
Yeah.
We ratcheted the alternator to the steering box to keep the fan belts on. That worked a treat.
Yeah, you drove home with it.
Yeah, I drove home with it.
Yep.
There's been a stack.
In heaps, yeah. I once had the alternator go on Shorty driving across the Nullarbor, so I put my generator on the roof and ran the cable down to onto my battery. Just drove all the way across the Nullarbor with my generator running on my roof rack. But the problem was the exhaust fumes came out and nearly burnt a hole in my rooftop tent.
Set the car on fire.
Nearly set the car on fire, but got me home. Jocko, go for it, son.
I think we've got time for one more question.
One
so
more.
make it a good one. I'm going to come in the back here.
Jeepers creepers.
It's got to be a good question. There's a young fella here. Yeah, mate.
I was listening to the Gippsley Tales podcast, and you mentioned you were going to the America in the Dirty 30. I just wanted to know what the plans were for that.
Yeah, look, I want to take the Dirty 30 to the US. I'm going to put it in a container, take it over for a month, and wheel all the big iconic tracks.
Lovely.
Yeah, so like the Rubicon Trail, Utah, Moab, all that sort of stuff, and just see if an Aussie built truck can sort of take on those big Jeeps and all that sort of stuff.
I reckon we might need that. That's a solid idea, a really good idea. The only problem I've got is we're going to need to find another nut behind the wheel, I reckon, because that one's broken.
Are you putting your hand up or what?
I'll have a crack. Can I come with you?
Imagine that.
That'd be sick.
Graham and I in US. Let's start at Vegas.
Can we get arrested over there? Is that possible?
Very possible. Start at Vegas and see what happens, I reckon.
I don't reckon we get out of Vegas. We should probably do that last. What do you reckon, mate? You do the steadies, I'll do the Bridgestones.
Well, it's going to be so tough.
It is tough.
I
I just feel guilty because there's been some really good questions, but maybe you can all share the tyres, have one each.
Yeah, far out. Have you got a question in mind?
I've got a question in mind, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you choose the person I've got the question in mind for, and then I'm stuffed.
Righto. All right. Well,
do you want me to go first?
Should we do this now?
I I reckon.
Who wants to win a prize? Anyone? Far out. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people here. Okay.
Righto, mate. I'll go first. Set of Bridgestone tyres. Because this question got me thinking. I really had to think about it because the choices were really good on either side. I want to go into space, so I'm going to give it to this bloke down there.
Unlimited
Space
fuel.
thing. Unlimited fuel are going into space.
How good's that?
There you go.
I love this crowd.
They're cool.
They're cool.
Crowd. So go for it, mate. Steady lights.
Steady lights.
Who needs a set of steady lights?
Anyone like?
No one needs them,
Brand new
mate.
set of steady lights.
I can take them.
You know what? A question I really liked was what mod would I take off the 30? It was a young lady over there. You've won yourself a set of steadies because that was
well done.
Because everyone asks you what mod you like the most.
Yeah.
No one really asked that, so I think that's cool. You've won solid set of steadies there. Far out.
Where are we up here, mate?
I reckon Sooty Mark II.
Well, you could do the thing if you wanted to.
I suppose. Would anyone like to know about Sooty Mark II? How that's track along? I didn't know.
The crowd has spoken.
Well, guys, we've come a long way, and Sooty Mark II is coming together nicely. And it's been so rewarding too. A couple of mates in the shed building old soot from the ground up. I couldn't be more stoked. Here we go. Yes! Well done, fellas. Well done. It is rusty. That oil is certainly not fresh. It should not look like that. All right. This is a bit dodgy. It's working though, so it's only dodgy when it doesn't work, I feel. This is the exciting bit now, where new parts are bolting onto the vehicle and it's starting to really look like a sooty.
How long do you reckon, mate? How long till that's on the tracks?
I reckon, look, this project has been, it was going to be a real easy project, and then it turned out it wasn't so easy.
What was the main reason for that?
Because I tried to cut a few costs at the start, and I thought I'd buy the cheapest 80 I could find, which was a good base, which was an auto petrol, and I was trying to make a diesel manual. Turns out they're very different cars.
Very, very different, yeah.
So I've had to swap absolutely everything over, a few custom bits and pieces. So it's been really rewarding doing it myself because I'm out of my depth, believe it or not. I half the time I don't know what I'm doing, but it's just coming together and I'm learning so much about that vehicle, which means in the future when I break down, which will happen, I'll know everything about that car.
You will.
So I reckon 4 days of solid work with a few switched on mates, that'll be on the road driving.
So I reckon January, February?
Yeah, probably.
Roughly speaking. Well, guys, that's pretty much us for Beers in the Shed this time around. What we've got coming up, we've got probably the best trip we've ever done, which is all the
Cape York with a couple of old rigs, so make sure you check that one out. Plus, we've got a heap of exciting content coming up on YouTube, of course. Now, do us a favour, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like, and you'll get to see it all and be notified as well.
Straight after this, we're breaking up.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, it's didn't come to that point in the relationship already.
It has. We're breaking up, mate. So Sean and Jock are they're continuing the bromance. They're heading down to the snow, and I'm off on a very exciting new project.
An adventure.
All will be revealed. But we're breaking the crew up for a little bit.
Just for one trip, mind
Just
you.
for one trip. It's not forever. Just for one trip. But that's what's coming up next for us. Guys at home, like and subscribe. As always, it means so much to us. And if I can just do one little thing to you guys here that have come down and stood listening to us dribble for over an hour. Huge thank you. A huge thank you. Where's our cameraman? Have you got shots of everyone around the place? Yeah, there he is. Give yourselves a freaking big round of applause. Legends. Folks, that's it from Beers in the Show.
Exactly right. If people want to catch up, maybe get a photo and all that sort of jazz.
The guys at home can't because they're at home, but all of you guys can.
You got 5 minutes because
we'll get down to the Sydney show.
We'll be down at the snatch stand. If you want to go down there, we'll be doing photos and all that sort of jazz.
Say goodbye to the guys at home.
Guys, thank you for tuning in.
Catch you next time.
Guys, give yourselves another round of applause.
See ya.